My name is James Rogen. I work in the College of Insurance. I'm the Dean of Students. As a Dean, of course, I double as also the Registrar, and therefore we deal with matters of student affairs. I think basically we'll be more concerned to compare where we were up to the time I met peak performance in Brackenhurst. I think before then the college we were, I would say we were surviving in the sense that there really not much activities that were taking place. Because I remember what we were really relying on was so much on the levy. And the levy, which is the government, of course, through the industry, insurance industry. And I remember most of the time it was really difficult. And therefore, every time I remember we were being reminded, unless we perform, the levy will be taken away and all of you will go home. I remember the number of students were very, very low at that point. We could go to a class of even about 5 people in a class, which today, if I compare that number, we have gone to about 50 students in a class. The population that time we could not go beyond 200. But now, as I'm talking about, we do above over 2,000 students all over the region. When I look at where we are in terms of numbers, I will say it's almost 1,000-fold in terms of growth. When you look at the number of teachers we had before, the 4 years ago, we were very few. In fact, I remember there were only 3 permanent lecturers. But if we look now, we are almost 13 permanent lecturers and several part-time lecturers. Before the training of peak performance in Rimuru, I remember we were very few staff. Very few staff. We were actually less than 40. But today, we see the people we have here in Sagana, this hotel, it is double that particular number. We are about 82 people here. When I look at what the college has achieved as a result of the training we received in Rimuru, it changed the perspective, the way we used to think about ourselves, the attitudes we had. I saw a tremendous change in terms of team work in the college. I saw us embracing what I call teamwork. We started to work together. We started to think outside the box. And in fact, when we look at the kind of programs that have come up right now, they are almost, we have come up with programs that I could say is almost double the number of programs that we had at that particular time. The thinking changed after Rimuru, the way we were going to handle things. I could see the level of accountability is increased, so that we realized people started to embrace honesty. We started to embrace accountability. We started to embrace what I can call following the line on the chain of command. And we could see people referencing authority, something that was not there before the training of peak performance, because everybody was in his own kingdom. I remember it used to be, before the training, it used to be chaotic, because everybody was running his own department and he was building a small kingdom. There was no coordination. But after the peak performance, we realized we picked so much. And actually the values, I will say, we as a college developed. After peak training, we impressed more the core values. And today I'm surprised that our score on what we have achieved, when we are looking at the core values one by one, we are actually above average in most of those core values. The core values, think about professionalism, think about excellence, because those are some of our core values. Think about our core values like teamwork. We realize we have done quite a lot.